Hello my boys, good morning. This is an update for my Totem Master build. As you notice here, I'm close to level 95 and I did some big changes to this build. If the build was tanky, now it's ultra tanky, but I made it even more tanky. And it's important because if I am to reach high levels, you don't want to die in your maps, which is very important for me. So enough talking, let's jump into these sweet changes. First of all, if you notice, we will apply Enfeeble Curse that will make the normal and magic and rare monsters deal 22% less damage. And even the unique map bosses or pinnacle bosses, they will do 12% less damage, and this is pretty nice because pairing up here with this node that absorbs 20% of all damage and redirects it to a totem, 32 damage mitigation extra even for unique monsters, which is great. So this aura here, it's a great defensive layer that we will have on top, but it gets even better because I've added here Orb of Storms linked to these fonts that will give you extra life regeneration 2%, that will give you rage generation, and I put here persistence so they last longer. Let me demonstrate. 1 second. We put one here and we put one here. Check my rage. So you get constant rage generation, but it gets even better. It holds the rage. Once you reach the maximum stack at 30, it will stay right there. This you will do it just for map bosses or pinnacle bosses to boost your damage. Yeah, look here. If I'm gonna open here the DPS panel with all the totems up, it will be pretty high. You see? This is because I have this rage always up. This is a great damage boost, and of course it gets better because it also gives you extra life regeneration here, 2%. Yeah? So don't need to stress in your maps to summon them all the time. You will only summon them at map bosses or pinnacle bosses or even ritual. If you farm ritual, you can put your orbs somewhere there in the middle and you do your stuff. They last 16 seconds because I also added this gem here, persistence. Yeah? So they have more skill duration, which is great. Yes, these are great changes. You have more life regen. Now we have we make the enemies deal less damage to us for free just by walking around. And to make it simple, these are not expensive changes. These are just some skill gems that you can put. Now I need to talk when to do these changes. So I already updated the mobilities link here. So here is the build. As you can see, you will scroll down a little. Here you have the variations where I did those changes last time for the skill tree. This you will do it in effect when you reach level 91. Okay, so this I will put it even for the normal build. You'll have the Orb of Storms. Here I put some notes that you need to read. So in order not to have intelligence problem, because warriors are very stupid, you need to buy an uncapped skill gem level 4. This will have a low int requirement. And you have here the supports, Font of Blood, Font of Rage, and Persistence. You put it here, and now you have access to this thing that you'll put it in your maps. I'll give you a lot of life regeneration, and of course Rage here. Man, it's so good. We will still use the Resonating Shield with the Rage support. This will give you Rage very fast, helps to break the armor of all the enemies around. For example, when I'm doing Simulacrum, many times I'm attacked by Causes Omniphobia and some rares. If I do this thing, I will break the armor of everyone around me. It's too good. It's too good. I like it. I still like it. We will still use it with the same supports. Actually, we did some changes. Let me check here. So we had magnified effect on the Resonating Shield. I moved it and I put it on the Blasphemy here. So for the Enfeeble, so they cover more radius. This is the only change. The gems are exactly the same. We'll have Rage support, Demolisher, so it breaks more armor, and here, so they daze them. The same thing will be. I like this. You can target multiple enemies at once. It's a quality of life. I like this skill. We use it. So my boys, here it's what I will do. At level 91, when you will reach level 91, you will use the Enfeeble setup. Until then, you will use the normal setup because in the campaign and early maps, you will not have a lot of intelligence because the Enfeeble gem requires more intelligence. Also, Blasphemy requires more intelligence. This is ideal for the campaign. Overwhelming Presence is fine. Use it like this. Yeah, so you don't need to stress about the intelligence. When you reach the high-end content for Waystone 15-16, you will most likely be close to level 91 here, and you will do the second gem setup. There are slight adaptations, not big. This will keep it simple for everyone. Also, you don't need to Enfeeble in the campaign because the monsters don't do shit ton of damage. Usually, that happens in the Waystone 15-16 area. Yeah, so I will add it here. You will just need to switch here for the level 91 skill tree changes, yeah? And you will have here the setup change, and I will also add some notes that you can follow here to make it easier, you know? And of course, because I want to make it lazy for my boys, you also have the guild Discord server, the info channel for this build. Remember that I put here some trade links for the jewel. Here is for the budget ones, because a lot of people started making this build and the prices for the red jewel skyrocketed. That's why I made the budget link here with more modifiers that you can look for. Here you have the map modifiers that you should avoid for this build, because or play carefully if you have them, you know, because you can die. You want to save your experience so you can level up to that sweet 100 in 3 years. Good, so here you have everything, and I will put also the changes that I will do today in the info channel, yeah, so people don't forget. For the auras, we will need to drop something if you use the blasphemy setup here, so I will drop overwhelming presence. Basically this one helped to stun the enemies faster, yeah, but we really don't need it. Blasphemy is superior, so the monsters deal less damage. We will drop overwhelming presence. This is for the level 91 skill tree changes. We will still use time of need because it heals us and removes these curses and ailments. This is a brainless play build, so we need this aura. We will use it. This we will not use it. Sadly, we cannot use this one, the vitality support, because it needs 20 spirit, and sadly we don't have 20 spirit. Here for the blasphemy you can put quality, and you actually, this will allow you to use herbalism here, but I will not put it in the guide because there are a lot of sucky boys that don't understand things, so I will not put it. I will just remove this. Let me remove it now. I will remove it entirely because we don't need herbalism, because our life will stay mostly at 100%. We have a lot of regen. You really don't need herbalism, so I want to make it as simple as possible. Yeah, so everyone can follow it. This will be the last setup. These support gems are the same. Shockwave total are the same. Resonating shield I move, magnify, deflect, and I put it here. Lip slam needs holy descent like we had it. Time of need has fast forward. Nothing fancy, easy to follow. Good. My boys, here is a quick edit because I know there are a lot of sucky boys that don't know how to buy them skill gems from the trade website, so I'll do it right now. We write here uncut. I'm talking about the enfeeble and blasphemy, yeah? And you want the spirit gem. If you search it just like this, you will notice that they are all over the place. Level 70, 80, you got the idea, 13, no. You will play with the item level here. So for the blasphemy and enfeeble, you'll just buy them level up. If you put here in the item level section and search it, you'll find it. Now we have this shit bug from the trade website that will put diviner prices, no problem. You go at the bottom for here and you put buy at price in exalted orbs, so it doesn't show in divine ops. Now it depends on the time of the day. Now it's overpriced. This it's cheaper, but again, this is a change that you will do at level 91. If you follow my farming strategies and juicing, you should be rich by now. with this build close to immortal in my farming strategy, you should have easy 10 exalted orbs by level 91. So don't worry about this. This is how you will search it. You put 88 here. Same you will do it for the uncut skill gem for put uncut skill gem. Enfeeble. Level up. It's ideal. If you go above level 8, this will require more intelligence from your character, which sucks. And many times, let's close this bullshit. What's this bullshit? Oh, this is from the price checker. Good. Many times, because you will transition eventually to a +7 or +6 mace, and you watch the build guide and you know how to do this here to lower the strength requirement, you will have a little intelligence here. So it's easy to equip it at level 91. This is carefully calculated. So the enfeeble setup, you will only add it later. When you reach close to level 90, 91, you can do the enfeeble setup, because most likely you will have enough intelligence. Don't add the enfeeble setup in the campaign or early mapping, because you really don't need it. And we will force you to invest some of to make sacrifices for life or strength into intelligence. Yeah. So this you will do it later. Plus the stun threshold in the campaign actually is quite good. It's very good. You can stun things very fast, like in 2 hits. And here it's another tip for all the sucky boys out there. Let's take one greater jeweler. I know that a lot of guys are really poor in this game. I don't want to force them to do it, but you can put this one, arcane tempo, that give you more cast speed. Yeah, you will socket it here, and you put it in the last slot. Yeah. I think it's 35 exalted orbs, this greater jeweler. You put it here. Now when you put orb of storms, it will cast it much more faster. This is a quality of life that you can do. I'm still thinking if I should put it in the mobilities link, this arcane tempo, because I think I'll put it in the notes section there in quotes, that people can add this. Yeah? I want to make this as noob friendly as possible. Okay, my boys, I'm back. Let's do a map showcase. 1 second, I need to take some good stuff from here. So I made a video on my channel explaining how I'm juicing my maps for profit, extra profit. Here it's the last one, Waystone Instilling Guide. So now I'm getting also Simulacrum Splinters that I can sell. This is extra profit on top, plus these ones are very cheap. And I explain all these things, how they affect your Waystones. Maybe you want to take a look. Let's juice some of this. I will just say this one. This will guarantee that you have the Delirium mechanic, also more magic monsters, which is good. This means that I get more experience and more drops, more loot. Good stuff, good times. Let's do a map showcase. I want something very sexy with a map boss. Also has irradiation and ritual. This is great for this presentation. I know that some of you are new to the channel. I also need to stress that I have unlocked all the map boss difficulty nodes. So this is a perfect showcase. I'm using high waystones. The map boss has all the difficulty possible. Also has irradiation, yeah, and the Delirium layer, which makes it even more tankier and deal more damage. So enough talking, let's see this build in action. Very tanky. I need to stress, why would you need overkill damage in a build when you have just one chance in your maps? The most important element in my opinion, especially if you want to reach high levels, it's the ability to be tanky. You want to be really tanky so you don't die, yeah. Also, this is mostly one button build. As you will notice, the curse gets applied for us. We just move around and the enemies get cursed. Good. Let's do this. Boom. That Waystone is good, we take it. Mostly what I'm doing here, I'm just pressing the totems, one button build. You know, everything else that you see, it's utility. These ones we will use just for the map boss because damage is great. When you get close to them, they will be cursed with enfeeble. You don't even need to cast it. Great quality of life. This map has a boss. We're gonna do it. How I like to clear these maps, let's be clear. I start with the edges. First I clear the edges and then I go towards the center. That's how I'm doing all the maps. Personal preference. I'll take this.
Fortune favors me.
Okay, here we have a ritual altar. I highly recommend the ritual for this build because it's very tanky. I know that a lot of guys die in rituals, but not this build. No problem for us. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this. Here what you can do for rituals. You don't need it, but you can do. You press some orb of stones, they will give you extra regeneration and more rage. You don't need to do it, but you can do it. Why not? I'm gonna take this. So what I want to stress here for all the guys that already made this build, you don't need to stress to spam these orbs all the time. You'll use them just for map bosses or pinnacle bosses, maybe even for rituals, you know, because you need to wait it for it to end. Okay, here it's another ritual. I like to spread my totems so they cover all the area. Okay. Bam, bam. Now you can put one here and you start.
Destruction!
They last 60 seconds, plenty of time. We're under attack. We're under attack. We need one more. Yeah, here's the next one. Check my life, check my life. Always full. Simulacrum Splinter, we take. You drop Simulacrum Splinters because you anointed your Waystones with those emotions. Because you watched my guide, huh? Okay, let's see this. Pam, pam, pam. This I want to check it later. I want to see here. Maybe if I socket it and corrupt it. Let's try now. Okay, let's see the rewards from here. I like to hover for certain modifiers. For example, for the bots, I like to check if they have 30 movement speed or 35. Some of these rares can be expensive actually. You just need to know the good modifiers to look for. Okay, the last ritual here. Put one orb here, one orb here, and you start it. Check my rage. You can also use the rage shield, you know, you get your rage faster. But these orbs keep your rage, you know? It remains at 30. Great thing, man, these orbs. They give you regeneration and they keep your rage at 30 all the time. Which is a huge damage boost. Let's see the DPS, see? Close to 40%. 40,000. Oh. We have someone. Bam. Well, nothing expensive. This I like it. What I will do, if it's something that you like, you can try your luck with Orb of Alchemy. Then you put some Exalted. Sadly, no. Not this one. Okay, here is the map boss. Look what I'm gonna do. We're gonna pay him a visit. What silly question is this? We pay the boss a visit. Let me put some Orb of Stones here. We break his armor fast. Done. Problem is with the delirium layer you don't see things well on the screen, you know. For example, now the boss teleported. There we go here. Oh! Oh, this is a sneaky boss. So now the Orb of Storms keep my rage, you know. Again, the boss teleported. Oh! Ah, he died. Keep in mind, this boss had the maximum difficulty from the Atlas. It also had the Delirium layer, so it was more tanky. Yeah, and I'm using in a master level 80. Perfect showcase for this group. Okay. Hopefully I can reach level 95 soon. Another Simulacrum Splinter, we take it. This is easy profit. One Simulacrum Splinter is more than one Exalted Orb. That's why you want to juice your Waystone with emotions. More profit, more good times. Look, here a rare, dropped Exalted Orb. Because of my Atlas juicing strategy, I have 0 rarity. Alchemy we take. Again, rarity is welcomed, but don't exaggerate to take 300, 400. You really don't need that much. We have a thing called diminishing returns that kicks in hard. So the ideal value, if you really want item right, it's around 100. Having 400, it's not that a big difference from 100 to 400. You know? If you want to listen to me. Let's do this strong box, why not? Good. Oh, it has a lot of bad modifiers. But I should do it fine because I'm tanky, no? What I will do here, I will spread the totems in more directions so I can kill more enemies in all directions. I put one totem here, and one totem here. And now I'll move around and I wait for everything to die. Okay. Yeah. That's how you do the strong boxes. You spread your totems. Done. Well, to be honest with you, I noticed that strong boxes in Path of Exile 2 suck. Man, the loot sucks. I did so many strong boxes and I couldn't find... I don't like them. They need to buff the drops from strong boxes. Yeah. This is why I like to have more totems, because you can spread them. Helps you with the clear. I talked about the rare amulet and why it's baiting people. So, if you use a rare amulet, it will increase your DPS in the tooltip. But actually having one additional totem, if you stack them, for example in a boss, you get similar DPS. The damage boost is not that big as people think. I wrote about this in the info channel on the Guild Discord if you want to read. Yeah, because a lot of people get fooled with that DPS tooltip. What's the point of having a high DPS tooltip if your build dies or it's clunky to play? No, you want to have fun, you want to enjoy it, and you want to play your build as lazy as possible. This is the POEGuy way. Another Simulacrum Splinter, this is good money. Sadly, we didn't spawn Cosis or Omniphobia. They are guaranteed to drop 3 or 4 Simulacrum Splinters. That usually goes like this. When I'm recording, they don't want to spawn. But when I close the recording, they spawn in each map. Oh! Okay, let's see what we did here. How many Simulacrum Splinters? 6. And this is around 8 Exalted Orbs. Mediocre loot. Mediocre loot. Because I was recording, doesn't want to give me good stuff. Yeah, but still, this was for the showcase of the build, of course. Okay, my boys, you have the build guide in the description of this video. If you have questions, you can even join that shitty-ass Guild Discord server. Enjoy the rest of the day, and good luck!